Tonight for me is all about respect.
We are live.
¿Qué tal? Muy buenos días.
He told us what it was like to sit down and come face to face with ISIS.
The frantic 911 call was just the beginning of a story that turned from tragedy to hope.
This is a high-profile case.
We found money to Garcetti from people connected to the company.
The LAPD knows they got the story wrong.
Did the government lie to the public?
Yes, they did.
Loyalty reigns again in the NHL.
These vets found a way to turn their injuries into inspiration.
You got 19 or 20 years to play with the Lakers.
19 or 20.
The warnings have been ominous.
An update now on the breaking news out of Paris.
En estos momentos, en San Bernardino,
Attackers opened fire.
We saw civilians helping each other.
It was about coming to terms, identifying with the truth about oneself.
50 years later, despair is met with hope, hate with love.
Two communities on opposite sides of the globe changed forever.
We are going to have such a good time here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 68th Annual Los Angeles Area Emmy Awards. Our first presenter has just joined Showtime's Masters of Sex, can still be seen on Fox's Scream Queens, and was just nominated for her second Primetime Emmy for Best Supporting Actress in a Comedy for HBO's Getting On. Please welcome Niecy Nash.
Hello and welcome, everyone. You all look so nice. Good evening. I am very honored to come out here and welcome you to the 68th Annual Los Angeles Area Emmys. That was a mouthful, so clap for me just for that. All right, I am proud to say that I am from the Los Angeles area. The teleprompter actually says that I was born in Los Angeles. I'm actually straight out of Compton, not the movie, but the city. Holla if you hear me. All right. I did go to Cal State Dominguez Hills. If anybody has a child there, go Toros. All right? And I have been working in television and film for the past 20 years. And I've been tuned into our local stations for quite some time. The city is such an amazing place to live, work, and play. And you all bring us the vital news, the weather, the sports, and so much more. We trust you to give us the story, and you never fail to deliver. Even as I speak, your newsrooms are reporting on the massive sand fire in the Antelope Valley. I used to live there too. You all are giving us some of the critical, most up-to-date information. So thank you. You are always there for us. You are the first thing we watch when we wake up in the morning and the last thing when we go to bed at night. Well, not if you're lucky. You're not the last thing. Oh, yes, come on, married people. You know if you're not sleeping alone, that's a good thing. All right. Okay, the Emmy Award, whether it's for primetime, daytime, or the Los Angeles area, it recognizes the excellence of your work as determined by your peers. So if a lot of people don't like you, you probably won't win tonight. That's all right. All right? The Emmy is the highest honor in television, and I'm thrilled to present the first gold of the night. Ooh. The first Emmy recognizes exceptional reporting on the realities of the world we often find most difficult to confront. Here are the nominees for Outstanding Serious News Story, Single Report.
Serious News Story, Single Report. Hollywood transgender beating. Who's the victim? NBC4.
A brutal beating on the streets of Hollywood.
Cruciating pain.
Hospitalized with a broken jaw, broken ribs, and fractured eye sockets.
Illegal street racing. CBS 2.
Sergeant Gregory Fuqua leads the LAPD Apprehension Aggressive Driver Detail. Their goal is to find and prevent potential street racing before it happens.
Why are you going so fast?
Inside ISIS, ABC 7.
It is the most barbaric terror group on the planet, ISIS. Over the last 2 years, the Islamic State group has shocked the world with its brutality, mass beheadings, slaughter by the thousands.
The Marsoc 7, ABC 7.
They still
are writing that we murdered innocent civilians.
30 Marines from Fox Company were branded as murderers nearly a decade ago in Afghanistan for a crime they didn't commit.
Officer Pettiferi's story, CBS 2.
I need a response. I need you to tell me, is it a CHP officer?
A motorcycle officer.
It was a call that would change Carrie Pettiferi and her family forever.
San Bernardino terrorist attack, NBC4.
Minutes after the gunfire ripped through the IRC building, those who could walk or run began helping the wounded get to safety, even using private vehicles to transport the injured, and some of those who didn't survive.
You can go ahead and clap for that. All right, somebody got to tell the hard stories, right? All right. Remember, when you get up here, you got a short amount of time. You can thank God, your mama, and, for everybody else, you got the thank you cam in the back. All right? The first Emmy of the evening goes to, I hope whoever wins got on something cute and can make an entrance. Okay, here we go. The winner is Inside ISIS.
That's the only entrance I could think of. For some of you who may know Julia Cypher, you may think, has she had some work done? No. She really wishes that she could be here tonight, but she may not want me to disclose this, but she's addicted to Pokemon Go. Yeah, please, sympathy. And her addiction has taken her to the DNC. But I happened to shoot this story with Julia in Israel, and we interviewed an Israeli journalist who embedded with ISIS. And sitting with him, hearing his story, made me feel like a wedding videographer. The fact that he risked it all for a big story really revitalized what journalism is all about, for us to take bigger risks for better stories. So it was an incredible moment. I know Julia is so proud of this opportunity. And if any of you need a wedding or bar mitzvah shot, please still continue to call on me, because I'm an Emmy winner. Thank you so much.
The next award is for Outstanding Light News Story Single Report. Here are the nominees.
Light News Story, Single Report. Fall of Saigon Anniversary, ABC 7.
Ho Chi Minh City has exploded since the fall of Saigon in 1975. 11 million people now live in this metropolitan area. It is the economic capital of Vietnam.
Homeless Headshots, KTLA 5.
I'm Diane. I was homeless for a year.
Brave men and women speaking the truth.
My name is Ken, and I was homeless for 42 years.
Naya, Nuestro Origen, KMEX.
Nuestras cámaras pudieron atestiguar un mundo oscuro y misterioso.
Solutions to California's water crisis from half a world away. CBS 2, KCAL 9.
Here in California, there are only 3 desalination plants operating, but there are plans to build at least a dozen more, including here in Huntington Beach.
Teammates for Life, NBC 4.
After the operation, Kate suffered a massive stroke, paralyzing his entire right side. The road back would not be easy.
Under the Bridges, NBC 4.
You need a blanket? Chenavier brings food and clothing to the bridge dwellers, no matter what it takes.
We go where others don't go.
Your life for a selfie, KMEX.
Desafiando el peligro, él se cuela a lo más alto de este edificio.
My playground.
Yes, give them a hand. All right, and the Emmy goes to, who y'all think won? Homeless Headshots. You're right, pretty lady. Homeless Headshots won. Winner, winner.
Hey, Madeline. So I have my producer on, she's at the debates. I'm not at debates, at the conventions. We won. I'm not sure how to do this. Do you look out here? She always gets mad at me because she's like 20 years younger than me, and I don't know what I'm doing. First of all, thank you to everyone who voted. I really appreciate it. I didn't get into this business to win awards. I don't think any of us did, but it really does feel good to be acknowledged. And I want to thank Madeline, who's on here, who supported me and understood my vision, and also Jason Roberts, who's an amazing editor and photographer. You know that feeling that you get when you know you need to tell a story and you have to tell the story? Someone reached out to me about this and they said, do you think this is a story? And I was like, hell yes, it is a story, and I want to do it tomorrow. And I went to Kimberly Cornell, my executive producer, and one of my best friends, who's an amazing producer. And to see these homeless people smile, be proud of themselves, stand with pride and know that they're moving forward was a beautiful thing, and I'm being wrapped right now. Just remember, when you see a homeless person on the street, even if it's weird and uncomfortable, say hello. Thank you.
He's a 6-time Emmy winner and has 2 more nominations tonight. NBC4's weatherman for over 30 years, Fritz Coleman.
Thank you so much. I'm very conflicted because I feel like I should be at work when the sky is yellow. We're all breathing ash particles the size of croutons. God willing, we'll make it back to our homes safely tonight. It looks like the zombie apocalypse out there, but I'm so happy to be here. I've been at this television station for 34 years. I'm like the really nice uncle, and no one wants to tell him it's time to wrap it up because they don't want to hurt his feelings. But I'm old, and I'm proud of it. On my satellite map, my gray hair is starting to blend in with the cloud cover. It's tough to tell where my head stops and the marine layer starts. And it's getting cloudier every day. I've been around long enough to present this sports award. I was here when Magic and Kareem brought trophies home for the Lakers. God willing, one day that'll happen again. I was here when Fernando Valenzuela was on the mound for the Dodgers. I was here before the Rams left, before they came back, and we're so happy they're back. And that's why it's my great pleasure now to present this tease that we're going to present. This is the award for the Outstanding Sports Tease. And the nominations are
Sports Tease.
Dedication has many faces.
Dedication, Anaheim Ducks season opener. Prime ticket.
For the fans, it's a banner of pride, an unwavering loyalty that borders on obsession. For the players, it's much more.
Lakers opening night tease. Time Warner Cable Sportsnet.
What do you remember of the past 19 seasons? Is it the championships? Is it the game winners?
Bryant for the win! Bang! Opening tease. Lakers Media Day. Time Warner Cable Sportsnet.
Throughout their storied history, the Lakers franchise has cultivated some of the best young talent the NBA has ever seen.
And the Emmy goes to Lakers opening night tease.
Thank you. Nick was my incredible editor on this project. I just want to thank
Time Warner Cable Sportsnet for giving us this opportunity, and for Kobe for deciding to go out on a high note and retire this last season. I want to thank my incredible boss, Jared, who gave me this opportunity to produce this tease, as well as the great leadership at our company, Mark Shukin, Larry Myers, and thanks to my family and my mom for making me watch the Lakers my entire life, which helped me write this tease and work with Nick. So thank you.
Go cheer for the cable company. Let's go. God bless them. Our next Emmy is for Outstanding Sports Feature, and here are the nominees.
Sports Feature. All about that badminton. KCET.
Tucked away in an old airplane parts factory with a private members-only entrance, it's the type of place your coolest friend might tell you about. And if you're up for it, the party goes all night long at the San Gabriel Valley Badminton Club.
Dodgers Holiday Story. Time Warner Cable Sportsnet LA.
What we have here is a failure to communicate. I'm not an elf. I'm a garden gnome. I hang out in gardens, specifically a place I call Blue Heaven on Earth, Dodger Stadium.
Everyone's champ. Time Warner Cable Sportsnet LA.
Without Champ, Albert and Jock would have zero reason to know each other just in passing on the field. Champ has just brought people into our life that have done amazing things, you know, within our family.
How safe is your child's sports field? KCET.
These little pellets are called crumb rubber. They're commonly used as filler between the synthetic blades of grass. Think of them as a dirt replacement. But unlike dirt, these pellets are made from recycled tires, and recycled tires contain toxins like these.
Stanley Cup Moments, Episode 11, The Voices, Fox Sports West, Prime Ticket.
Listening to my call later and Nick Nixon's call on radio, the first line was exactly the same, and we don't compare notes. We both said,
royalty reigns again in the National Hockey League. Royalty reigns again in the NHL.
And the Emmy goes to Dodgers Holiday Story.
Thank you, everybody. I want to say thank you to Time Warner Sportsnet LA, especially a special shout out to our friends at Backstage Dodgers who do fantastic work. At the Dodgers, Lon Rosen, Eric Braverman, my cohorts in crime, Scott Pellman, his last day was yesterday. This is going to be a nice desk ornament at your new job. Julian Gooden, the players that took part, Justin Turner, Adrian Gonzalez, Tommy Lasorda, of course. Eric Vasquez, who's on vacation right now, he's coming home. He makes these bobbleheads come to life, and he deserves so much credit. And of course, Vin Scully, who when he called me after he first saw it, and he said, "You guys deserve an Academy Award for this." Well, this is close enough. I hope this is good for him. Thank you.
She's an Emmy winner and a multiple nominee tonight, and she anchors KTLA's 6, 10, and 11 p.m. nightly newscasts. Please welcome Cher Calvin.
Good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing tonight? Hi. That's my cheering squad over there, including my dad. Well, we simply don't report the news in LA. We actually inform and educate our viewers on matters both small and large that tangibly impact their lives now and also in the not so distant future. This next Emmy is for education. Here are the nominees.
Education. El Nino, Currents of Change, NBC4.
Now we continue to see an even stronger El Nino developing.
The same conditions taking shape that could trigger some of the strongest storms we've seen in decades. Storms that could turn drought-stricken California from this.
You can see all the water.
To this.
Life Connected, Animal Tales, NBC4.
They are the friends we count on and the shoulders we lean on.
The heroes who protect us and the creatures who inspire us.
I know, not your mommy. Our connection to animals reminds us we are human.
And the Emmy goes to El Nino, Currents of Change, NBC.
Well, on behalf of NBC4, I'd like to thank the Academy for this honor. This special really speaks to what we are all about, NBC4U. We did El Nino Currents of Change to inform and to protect the public. We didn't anticipate the jet stream moving the majority of the storms to the north. But that's the beauty of meteorology, and at least it put a dent in California's historic drought. I'd like to thank our Vice President of News, Todd Mukhtari, who took the time out of his busy schedule to EP this special, our photographers, directors, editors, and associate producer who made this come alive, and of course, this amazing weather team that you see behind me. Their hard work and their dedication is unparalleled, and they are arguably one of the best weather teams in the country in local news. I'm so proud to work with them. Finally, I'd like to thank my husband Blair, my daughter Olivia, and my best friend Devana, who are in the audience tonight. Thank you.
Congratulations. The next Emmy I'm presenting tonight is for the arts category. It's a celebration of the work devoted to capturing creativity in Los Angeles. Take a look.
Arts. Borderlands, KCET.
One of our constant collaborators is Fernando Corona, who's an amazing muralist, and he's done workshops with kids with murals here and done some murals that reflect sort of the insanity of the city.
The State of Creativity, KCET.
I think increasingly people recognize that an economy that is based on new ideas, that links back to creativity, is rooted in diversity.
And the Emmy goes to Borderlands.
Well, thank you, the Academy, for this great award. I want to thank all the Artbound team and KCET. We have a very tumultuous time right now, and we have somebody that wants to build a wall. And this award is actually representative of all those who are breaking the walls, in Mexicali, in Tijuana, and in other cities across the border. I want to thank Bruce Dixon, producer, and Matt Crody for the amazing work that they did in this episode. And again, I don't understand why public television has to sit all the way back there, though. Thank you.
They're multi-Emmy Award winners from Univision 34 KMEX Los Angeles. Please welcome Leon Krause and Gabriela Tessier.
Good evening, everyone. As we all know, there are over 80 districts and neighborhoods in Los Angeles, each with its own unique character. No one could confuse Silver Lake with South Central, or Beverly Hills with Baldwin Hills, or Hollywood with, well, anywhere else.
These districts and neighborhoods are home to people from over 140 countries, speaking more than 200 different languages. LA has the highest concentration of Mexicans outside of Mexico, Koreans outside of Korea, Salvadorians outside of Salvador, and Samoans outside of Samoa.
From Chinatown to Little Ethiopia, Koreatown to historic Filipino town, the diversity of its people is what makes LA wonderful.
Yes, the Emmys we're presenting today is a reflection of the diversity of this city, its history, its culture. And the first Emmy that we're going to present tonight is for the LA Local Caller. And here are the nominees.
LA Local Color. Backstage at the parade, KTLA 5.
We're going to take you up close and personal to see these floats, and we really have some exciting things to share with you this morning. One of those floats we're going to share with you is the Princess Cruises, and you know what they're doing? Something very special this year. They're getting the whole cast, the original cast of the Love Boat back together, so that's going to be great.
How arts education fuels the creative economy, KCET.
And another van was coming in, and it was like, oh, those guys are from Lincoln Heights. Oh, those guys are from South Central. Oh, those guys are from Belmont. Oh, whoa, this is like from all the neighborhoods. This is something big. And that was like the first exposure of gathering of like artists that I saw.
Life Connected, celebrating Black history, NBC4.
But if you listen carefully, one can hear the faint echoes of an era long past, the soundtrack of LA's Central Avenue.
Stan Chambers, legendary newsman, KTLA 5.
It is with heavy hearts we learn of Stan Chambers' passing. This newsroom, our city, and television news has lost one of the greatest reporters our airwaves have ever seen or heard.
No one will ever fill that chair or touch the microphone the way Stan did. But as we grieve, we also celebrate his extraordinary life and exceptional career.
All right, and I've always wanted to say this, and the Emmy goes to...
Stan Chambers, legendary newsman.
This is such an honor because Stan was the first person at KTLA to greet me. So excited, congratulations. When I walked in, and he said to me simply this: welcome to the KTLA family. You're gonna love it here. It's been 12 years, and I love it there. And he has been a legacy for all of us journalists, but for most of us at KTLA, we follow in his footsteps, and we keep that family together. And we hope that you guys see that when we broadcast every day, because that's what we are. So, Stan, thank you.
This way, that way.
Yeah,
which way should we go?
it's happened to us all.
We're going to continue introducing our next award. And for the Emmy, what is it? For Culture and History this time. Yes. And here are the nominees we would like to share with you a little clip.
Culture History. 50 watts, NBC4.
When the ride started, the community was already mad.
Undereducation, lack of employment, poverty.
We're being left out. Nobody knows it. Nobody sees it. Nobody cares. It's just a matter of time for somebody to strike a match.
America's Veterans, a special tribute. KTLA 5.
There are over 21 million veterans in the United States.
But did you know California is home to more men and women who served our country than any other state? In fact, 1,851,470 veterans live right here.
Buried History with Mark Wahlberg, PBS SoCal.
But how did Avalon become so popular? To answer that question, we'll unearth the legend of a local hermit, sift through the ashes of a devastating fire, and fish for clues of how Avalon becomes a resort destination for some of Hollywood's brightest stars.
Los Secretos de Suleimán, KWHY.
La serie de televisión Suleimán, El Gran Sultán, una producción supermillonaria, fue enriquecida con escenarios únicos, que aunque usted no lo crea, son auténticos. Y aquí está.
Nice.
Your turn. Say it again. Come on.
No, I want to announce the winner. No,
this
please,
is the
please.
time.
Go.
And the Emmy goes to...
Okay. 50 watts.
This is awesome. This is just a good testament of our team here, and you know, we just worked really hard on this. And the person I really want to thank here is just Freva Burgess. If you are ever part of a Freva Burgess production, it is unbelievable. She worked really hard on this. Come on over here. Come on over here, Freva. Just say something before the time.
Hello. This is my first Emmy, so I'm really excited, kind of nervous. You know, honestly, it is my honor and my privilege to work with such a talented and kind and fun, creative group of people. And they've been fortunate enough to kind of let me run with the projects and go, and they've turned out really well. So thank you. And to all of, my mom's here and my honey's here. And to all the partners and honeys out there, thank you for putting up with all of our late nights and early mornings.
Joyous moment.
And what a beautiful dress, too. Before we go any further, we want to acknowledge and thank the accounting firm of Ernst & Young for overseeing the Academy's voting procedures.
Yeah, this
How
is
serious.
very important. So
Very
please
important.
welcome, with the winner envelope safely secured in a locked briefcase, the Ernst & Young partners, Andy Sale and Paul Chin.
I love that. Part of their work included the Los Angeles Area Emmy Awards for Outstanding Individual Achievement, which were announced prior to tonight's ceremony.
Yeah, the Academy invited those winners to come here tonight to receive their trophies and to make a brief acceptance speech. So here are some of this year's winners.
Outstanding Writer, News, Nicolette Medina, CBS 2.
Thank you so much. I almost didn't make it tonight. 10 days ago, I got Bell's palsy and I lost the feeling on my face. And my gosh, it's super tight. I don't know how you ladies who do Botox do this. But I'm here tonight, and the reason why is because I just wanted to say that I have stood up here before, and it's because of this amazing news manager named Pete Wilgorin, who I've worked with for the last 7 years, and I wouldn't be here tonight if it weren't for him. And I just appreciate this honor, and thank you so much.
Outstanding Writer, Programming, Sean Kopalakis, Fox Sports West Prime Ticket.
Thank you. First, I'd like to thank my wife, Holly, my sons, Carter and Jack. They are responsible for making me the best man that I can possibly be in this world. I wouldn't be here without them. Nick Davis, Tom Fuhrer, Don Pfister, Greg Dowling, Mark Huska, Ken Kamara, Eric Weinberger, just some of the amazing bosses that I've had over my career that have taught me how to be a great producer and an excellent writer. I want to thank them. For 16 years, I gave Fox Sports West everything I had. As of this summer, I'm a free agent. If you need an Emmy-winning writer and producer, I'll meet you at the bar. Drinks are on me. Thank you.
Outstanding Editor, News, Arturo Quesada, KMEX.
First of all, I just want to thank the Academy. I want to thank my wife who's at home, my family, my two boys, and of course God for all the blessings that he brings to me in my life. And just please, if everybody would just smile for a second. Thank you.
Outstanding Editor, Programming, Antonio Cambreros, KMEX.
Thank you very much. Thank you to the Academy to honor with this great award. Thank you all the people for Univision, all my friends, colleagues and peers. Lucy, Marco, thank you very much. My family back in Mexico, my dad, and especially for supporting me during all these years through college times. My sister, my brother, Ernesto, Brenda, Paulina, Charlie. To my daughter, she's in Oregon. I dedicate this to you. Eva Padilla, wonderful woman, and Sibel Camberos. Thank you very much.
Outstanding Videographer, News, Richard Huerta, KBEA.
First and foremost, I would like to congratulate all the other nominees. My family, Angie, Jaden, and Ryan, they put up with me. And my morning family also. And also my talents, Julio, Dunia, and Sandra, because they trust me with their stories. Thank you very much.
And Outstanding Videographer, Single Camera Programming, David Strumpf, Time Warner Cable Sportsnet LA.
To everyone at Sportsnet LA, especially those behind the scenes at Backstage Dodgers, I love working with you guys. To Mark Shukin and Larry Myers, thank you so much for providing me and my other amazing videographers that I work with the tools we need to make the best looking TV on a regional sports network. And to the Dodgers, from the front office all the way down to the guys in the clubhouse, for the unprecedented access and their trust. That's why I love my job. Thank you.
She's been one of America's most beloved celebrities for over 6 decades. Please welcome Florence Henderson.
Good evening. How are all of you? It's very exciting for me to be here and look out and see so many faces that I watch on television all the time. You're all fantastic. So keep up the good work. Keep bringing me that news. Well, they asked me to present the Emmy for crime issues. I guess because I am known as a really bad girl. Honestly, the only crime I've ever committed, and it was a very serious one, was being on the Surreal Life. Yeah, no kidding. So lock me up. I deserve it. This Emmy is for crime or social issues, and these are the nominees.
Crime, social issues. China's challenges. Can China be harmonious? PBS SoCal.
Tianxing Chao is one of the poorer villages in Zhenyi City, Guizhou Province. This is where Ying lives. The annual per capita income is just over $600 a year.
Opening of Martin Luther King Hospital, LA County Channel.
It's a new era in South LA as the new MLK Community Hospital opens its doors. We'll take you behind the scenes to show you how King Hospital rose from the ashes of the 1965 Watts riots through today's impressive new chapter.
Hi, Sam. Hi, Mark. Hi. Oh, and the Emmy goes to China's challenges. Can China be harmonious?
30 seconds, counting. Good evening. I'm Adam Zhu from Beijing, China, EP for China's Challenges. My longtime partner, Dr. Robert Kuhn, creator, writer, host of the show, is in China right now. He asked me to actually memorize his note of appreciation. It is our privilege actually to receive this award, and we're delighted the Academy has honored our story on China's changes and transformation. And this program is co-produced in association with Shanghai Media Group, SMG. So I want to share the honor with SMG President, Madam Wang Jianjun, and the ICS team of Shanghai Media Group. And also, our series producer, hey, I'm a foreigner, give me a little bit, 2 seconds, all right? Peter Gezos, and also Mel Rogers, the pioneering president of PBS Sokol, and also a beautiful EP, Brenda. Thank you for the generous 5 seconds.
Hi, Stephanie. Congratulations. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, breaking news. This just in. Oh, did I do that well? Yeah. I'm now being told that I'm also presenting the Emmy for News Special. Yeah, isn't that great? And I'm here to report that these are the 2 nominees.
News Special. El Niño, The Coming Storm, KTTV TV. San Bernardino Shooting Special, Noticias 34 solo a las 11, KMEX.
Oh, I thought there was more. Sorry. And the Emmy goes to San Bernardino Shooting Special.
Well, this is very nice, considering the caliber of news coverage that the LA market has. We're humble and honored to receive the award. I'd like to take the Academy and also congratulate the other nominees. And I love to brag about these guys. I mean, their professionalism, their hard work, their dedication. I told you these guys before, and I'm saying it again, they are the best of the best. And tonight, it seems like your peers agree with me. So congratulations and cheers. Thank you so much.
She's won 15 LA area Emmys and is nominated again tonight. Please welcome anchor and executive producer of KCET's SoCal Connected, Val Zavala.
Well, I've spent most of my life here in Southern California, as many of you have, both anchoring and producing SoCal Connected. And I not only live within the community, but I have the opportunity to deliver stories to this part of our state. So I'm thrilled to give these next 2 Emmys to teams who also tell stories about our communities. The first award is for Outstanding Light News Story, Multi-Part Report, and here are the nominees.
Light News Story, Multi-Part Report. Avery's Journey, a teen transition, KTLA 5.
I'm Avery Wallace. I'm 15 years old.
But born into a body he says was a prison, Avery is one of the estimated 2 to 5% of the population that identifies as transgender.
El Secreto de Teotihuacán, KMEX.
En lo profundo de la antigua ciudad de Teotihuacán, hay una excavación que podría cambiar el rumbo de la historia mexicana. El túnel sagrado de la Ciudadela. 103 metros de misterio hasta el centro mismo del legendario templo de la serpiente emplumada.
Fergus, NBC4.
Someone tortured a golden retriever named Fergus.
He's just a puppy. You get an animal like this that is so trusting and so loving. It's not hard to get close to him and then just pour something down his back.
Something like battery acid or another chemical.
Junípero, KMEX.
Se ordenó como franciscano siempre con la idea de llevar la palabra de Dios a tierras lejanas.
He believes that Indians here, upon first sight of seeing the Franciscans, will throw themselves down and convert to Catholicism.
La Sirena de la Paz, KMEX.
Parece una sirena. Se confunde entre los seres marinos con quienes comparte tiempo nadando. Sus aptitudes físicas y su amor por el mar son dos elementos que se complementaron perfectamente con el estudio de la biología marina.
Se habla mixteco, KBEA.
Según el estudio de trabajadores agrícolas indígenas, hay 165,000 indígenas mixtecos dedicados a la agricultura en California. El 80%, como Inocencia, solo habla su lengua nativa. No entienden inglés ni español.
And the Emmy goes to Junípero.
Thank you very much. I want to say there's stories and then there's other stories. Junípero Serra was a tough sell. He was going to become a saint. And we really felt that it was time to tell a lot of truths that were hidden behind that other truth of him being a saint. So we wanted to put it out to the public. And we got a great team, wonderful photographers, great addition. My friend and my good friend, Osvaldo Orraez. And thank you to Marco for approving that, our news director, for approving that story that seemed to be out there, but it was down here to an Emmy. Thank you so much. Thank you, friends.
And now the Emmy category for Outstanding Serious News Story Multi-Part Report. These are the nominees.
Serious News Story, Multi-Part Report. Classrooms for Rent, LAUSD's Pursuit for Hollywood Dollars, NBC4.
Filming is big business for LA's public schools, making LAUSD about $2 million a year. And some of that business comes from the adult film industry.
Desastre ecológico, KMEX.
Solo horas a una compañía de petróleo el perforar el hidrocarburo que destruiría gran parte de esa belleza natural con 106,000 galones sobre la franja costera.
Talent Agency Scam, KMEX.
Y la táctica, el anzuelo o el modus operandi de estos timadores es uno bastante común que las autoridades afirman es contra la ley.
Los que sean convictos por estafa pueden enfrentar multas de miles de dólares.
Town Without Water, KTLA 5.
There's 550 people out of water. And when did you stop having water?
Just before last summer.
This one is out. This house is out. I'm going to stop and give water.
Viviendo en las calles, KBEA.
Hace casi 18 años que Luz llegó de México en busca del sueño americano. Formó una familia, pero la violencia doméstica la hizo correr y buscar refugio. Nunca pensó que su destino sería este, la calle.
And the Emmy goes to Classrooms for Rent, LAUSD's Pursuit for Hollywood Dollars.
Thank you to the Academy. Only in Los Angeles can a school district allow a porn to be shot on campus, so we thank them for that. Really, hats off to an outstanding investigative reporting team. Mike Cervantes, our photographer, Jenna Susko, our reporter, Matt Schrader, our producer, who couldn't be here tonight. And really thank you to our entire newsroom for helping us produce this story beyond just the actual stories, but making it big in our newscasts. And a real big thank you to our management, Todd, Steve, Stacy, and NBC Universal for having the guts and the commitment to investigative reporting.
He's an 11-time Emmy winner and a nominee again tonight. And she's a first-time nominee with over 20 years of experience in the LA area. Please welcome from KTTV, Phil Schumann, and from Telemundo KBEA, Dunia Elvid.
Hello, good evening. How are you?
Great.
Great. It was hot out there, huh?
It's hot in here.
Yeah, it is very hot. Hello, everybody. I'm originally from Honduras, but I came to Southern California when I was 15 years old, and I honestly fell in love with this area. It's extraordinary.
As someone who's reported on events here for many years, I have to agree. It's LA's hosted some of the world's most prominent events, the Oscars, the '84 Olympics, maybe a new Olympics, the first ever Super Bowl, 6 more since then, film premieres, award shows, earthquakes, celebrity trials. LA has celebrated and endured it all. And if you're in the business of news, this is where you want to be.
Yep. The liveliness, the culture, everything this city has to offer keep us relevant and give us work. And it's this work and dedication to this city that we honor here tonight. It's very important to be here. We have 3 Emmys to present this evening. The first is for Outstanding Public Service Announcement, and here are the nominees.
Public service announcement. Become a female firefighter, LA City View 35. Winter is here, but the drought is far from over. WeHo TV, City of West Hollywood.
And the Emmy goes to Winter is Here, but the drought is far from over.
From Westeros and West Hollywood, good evening. I'd like to take the Academy for this honor, and this wouldn't be possible without the support of an amazing progressive city like West Hollywood and its city council. Our mayor is here, Lauren Meister. It also wouldn't be possible without our other council members, John Heilman, John D'Amico, John Duran, Lindsay Horvath. Our city manager, Paula Ravallo, who's always pushing us to take risks and try something new. And then my incredible communications team, Joshua, Brett, Sharon, Kent, Michael, Jesse, Robert, Yvette, Kathleen. Simblaze, who introduced us to Zoo, the zoo crew that had a dragon handy to help us. And my family, my wife, Rebecca, and my darling daughter, Nora, thank you so much.
The next award is for Outstanding Short Promo. Here are the nominees.
Short Promo. Commitment, Kobe Bryant, Time Warner Cable Sportsnet. Link Voices Launch Promo, KCET. CBS 2 News, 2015, A Year to Remember, CBS 2. Before the Bigs, Mike Trout, Fox Sports West. Fantastic Fall, Fox Sports West Prime Ticket.
and the Emmy goes to Before the Bigs, Mike Throw.
Thank you so much for this. This is a total surprise. Want to thank everyone at Fox Sports West and Prime Ticket, Sean Kopolakis, the Angels, Mike Trout and his amazing family. This is amazing. And for Jeff and all of our crew, there's so many of us that went into this, and just want to thank everybody. And once again, I'm a free agent too. So if you guys are looking for a producer, editor, call me.
Well, the final Emmy is for Outstanding Independent Programming. This award is for the ones who managed to do it all. Report, produce, and create. Sin dinero, no money. And here are the nominees.
Independent Programming. Angelino, Light versus Dark, PBS SoCal.
I love to go to a place and walk in the door and say, what decade are we in?
Party clothes, ladies, right here.
Bridging the Divide, Tom Bradley in the Politics of Race, PBS SoCal.
The victory which has come tonight is not just a victory for Tom Bradley, not just a victory for the campaign, but a victory for progress, a victory for our children. Thank you very much.
Richard M. Sherman, Songs of a Lifetime, PBS SoCal.
Being a songwriter, I've always been in the wings, listening to great talents, singing and performing and expressing my songs. But sometimes it's a kind of a special thing for a writer to directly sing to the people. And this is my chance to do it.
Sky Blue Sea, Beach TV, CSULB Cable TV.
As an aircraft mechanic in San Diego, Corrigan had participated in the assembly of Lindbergh's famous airplane, the Spirit of St. Louis. He often skipped lunch in order to save the $310 he needed to buy his own used airplane.
Surviving an Active Shooter, LA County Channel.
If you stay calm and think clearly, even in the middle of a life and death event, you improve your chances of making it out. Visualize your movements in advance.
And the Emmy goes to Surviving an Active Shooter.
Wow, this is really amazing. It's really a shame that we even need a film like this, but apparently we do. The last academy I was involved with was the Sheriff's Academy 29 years ago, so I want to first thank both academies. I want to thank the crew at the Sheriff's Video Production Unit, Gerardo, Eric, Ralph, Sean, Tamika, and even Larry. Thanks for your work on this. Thanks, Sheriff Jim McDonnell. And this is dedicated to the heroes in Dallas and Baton Rouge, and to all law enforcement around the world who run toward the gunfire and protect all lives. Thank you.
as well as starring in the hit TV show Grey's Anatomy. He's the chair of SAG-AFTRA's National Diversity Advisory Committee. Please welcome Emmy-nominated actor and producer, Jason George.
So some of you may recognize me as Dr. Ben Warren from Grey's Anatomy, and that's why they asked me to present 2 Emmys. Thank you, thank you. Yes, please clap for my show, please, please. I'm an actor, the ego needs these things. That's why they asked me to present 2 Emmys for Outstanding Medical News Story. You see, it's really clever of the producers. You see what they did there, I get it. See, everybody assumes because I play a doctor that I know all things medical. I mean, sure, I can intubate you. I don't know what it means or what it does, but I'll be happy to do it to you. And after the bar opens, I guarantee that at least one of you will ask me to check if you have a hernia or a drinking problem. And depending on how much I have at the bar, I might do it. But right now, the Emmy for Outstanding Medical News Story, Single Report. These are the nominees.
Medical News Story, Single Report. Adam's Story, ABC 7.
They opened up the envelope, and they said, 100% you have prion disease.
It's extremely rare, related to ALS, Alzheimer's, mad cow. Prion cripples the brain, and there's no cure.
Love, Life, and Illness, CBS 2.
A year and a half ago, Shad was diagnosed with colorectal cancer, and he completed chemotherapy. By April, the Martins had every reason to believe their toughest days were behind them. But then,
I found a lump in my breast.
Superbug, LA area outbreak, CBS 2.
A procedure performed more than 600,000 times a year in the U.S. using a duodenoscope to drain fluid buildup on his pancreas. The procedure was successful, but within 2 months, Wilkinson's health alarmingly declined.
Wounded Warriors coaches, NBC 4.
We all had 2 things in common right away. We wore the uniform, and we all traumatically got hurt in some way, shape, or form.
Atta girl. These vets found a way to turn their injuries into inspiration, showing kids they can overcome any challenge.
Yeah, atta boy, go, go, go.
I just kept hearing words I recognize: duodenoscope, colorectal. These are words I use often. And the Emmy goes to Love, Life, and Illness.
So surprised after seeing all the other nominees in my category. I'm shocked. And also seeing all the clips of the nominees, I'm just so proud to be a nominee, to be among all of you. This story is about an incredible couple, Sherry Ask Martin and Shad Martin, and they were diagnosed with cancer within just a few months of each other. And the story is about how their support system, how that was their focus, and how they somehow found beauty and laughter, and it's just an incredible story. Thank you to Roger Masterton, who shot this beautiful video, Pete Wolgorin, who is our managing editor and shepherded this project through, and just our amazing team at CBS 2. Thank you.
Stories of hope with a lot of stuff going on in the world, right? The next Emmy is for Outstanding Medical News Story, Multi-Part Report. Here are the nominees.
Medical News Story, Multi-Part Report. 3D Medical Technology, 3D Hand and Heart, KTLA 5.
You're doing great, baby. She's created her own version of the hand-heart
plus the high five.
That's kind of hard.
7-year-old Faith Lennox was born with something called compartment syndrome.
Circulation's been cut off to her lower forearm and arm, and we need to get her in right away for surgery.
Neurodegenerative diseases, ALS, Alzheimer's. KTLA 5.
My name is Jolie.
She may be communicating through a computer, but look closely and you'll see Jolie Swinson's smile speaks volumes.
She has such a great spirit and such a great attitude, and I know that in my heart that's what helps her.
And the Emmy goes to Neurodegenerative Diseases, ALS, Alzheimer's.
Okay, I know everyone out here thinks they have the best job, but I really do. And I feel blessed every day to tell health stories, legal stories, special projects, everything that we do, and I am so grateful. And Cher said it so eloquently earlier, that KTLA is a family. I thought it was part of a different family, and now we've such a family at KTLA, and Special Projects has been, for me, the most amazing experience. And the people, these are not coworkers, they are our friends, and I love you all. Thank you.
Please welcome from Fox Sports West, Alex Curry, and from Time Warner Cable Sports, 2-time Emmy winner, Phil McDonald.
I thought the first script we had you at 4 Emmys and 15 nominations. What happened to those other 2 Emmys?
Well, I coattailed a lot of those, as a lot of you know, but when you're with a company for like 1,000 years, things happen. I want to tell everybody, though, I used to work for Fox Sports. It was a great experience. I worked for almost 25 years. She's basically taken over a whole bunch of my gigs, and it's a tremendous upgrade. So give her a hand. Exactly, Alex Curry. And she's going for her first Emmy tonight, so wish her all the best.
No, it's a group, remember?
But it would be your
Live.
first.
I could coattail. I could coattail off it. Now, there's nothing quite like the thrill of making live television, and tonight we're presenting 3 Emmys that acknowledge the impressive work in this category.
The first Emmy is for Outstanding Live Special Events Programming, and I don't think you'll find 2 more diverse, contrasting nominees than these, so go ahead and take a look.
Live Special Event Programming. Desfile de las Rosas 2015, KMEX.
Buenos días y feliz año nuevo. Nos encontramos en vivo desde Pasadena, California, disfrutando las primeras horas del 2015 con usted ahí en casita para ver uno de los eventos históricos más esperados, el Desfile de las Rosas 2015.
Timu Solani Tribute Night, Prime Ticket.
Almost as long as the Anaheim Ducks have existed, one man has come to define them. Solani knifes his way in, shoots and scores!
All right.
Oh.
And the Emmy goes to... You can do it.
Desfile de las Rosas 2015. Come on down.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, to wake up every year, January 1st, to the Rose Parade with flowers and music and so much color is already amazing enough. But to be nominated by the Academy and allow you
That's wonderful. And so thank you to the Academy. Thank you to the producer, Luis, and our amazing director, Marcelo, and Maiti and Alejandro, our host, and the whole entire team. So that's why we wanted them all to be here. I just couldn't be prouder of everybody, cameramen, PAs, coordinators, everybody. You all know that it can't be done with everyone. And also thank you to our general manager, Luis Patiño, for all your trust, and to all Univision. We are so, so proud. Thank you.
Now, this next Emmy is for Outstanding Live Special Events News. Here are the nominees.
Live Special Events News. Alto a la violencia doméstica. KBEA.
Sí, Edgar, el centro de llamadas ha tenido muy buena respuesta por parte de nuestra comunidad. A las 5 de la tarde se abrieron las líneas ya, pero desde esta madrugada la gente estuvo interactuando con estos especialistas, muchas mujeres, inclusive hombres también llamando para averiguar.
Desocupar los albergues. KBEA.
Uno de los afortunados, vamos a mostrarle, es Rocky. Ya hasta le pusieron nombre, Rocky ya se va con esta familia. Felicidades, congratulations. Una vez más le invitamos a que pase también aquí con nosotros Inland Valley, 500 Human Way en la ciudad de Pomona. Aquí estaremos todo el día.
And the Emmy goes to...
The guy up there is going to say this way better than I am. Alto a la violencia doméstica.
On behalf of Telemundo 52, we're very honored to be recognized by the Academy. This is a shared recognition with KMBC, our partners. We raised awareness on domestic violence, and we worked with a lot of nonprofits and volunteers that came together to offer resources, guidance, and for some hope. We will continue to empower our community and be the voice. Thank you so much.
Okay, before I read this, I just want to say I know there's a lot of Laker fans out there, and as Fritz hit right, exactly, don't give up the ship. Last year I promised more wins. It didn't happen, but this year I really mean it. More wins and more exciting basketball, so stay with us for the Lakers this year. Yeah, thank you. Right, Larry? Exactly. All right, just as Alex said a little bit ago, there's nothing quite like the thrill of making live television. But what we all crave the most is unscripted on-air breaking news unfolding before our very eyes.
And this next Emmy is for Outstanding Live Coverage of an Unscheduled News Event. Take a look.
Live coverage of an unscheduled news event. Paris terror attacks, CBS 2.
Breaking news right now on CBS 2 News at 6. Explosions, shootings, and hostages being held inside a theater. Terror grips the City of Lights as a series of attacks leaves dozens dead.
San Bernardino shooting. KBEA.
11:57 de la mañana estamos de regreso con información de último minuto para usted, para actualizarle sobre esta situación de emergencia que se está viviendo en estos momentos en San Bernardino, precisamente en el centro regional Inland, donde un gatillero por lo menos, e incluso en algunos casos se reportan hasta 3 de ellos.
San Bernardino shooting. NBC4.
Breaking news right now in San Bernardino, where police are responding to a possible active shooting situation.
The initial tweet that came in from San Bernardino City Fire was that they were responding to a 20-victim shooting incident.
This is AC's big moment. The Emmy goes to...
NBC4 News Team, San Bernardino shooting.
so much for this. I handed that to Alex Vasquez because the ground shots you saw there. No one better in the IE, and I'm particularly proud of this day because I wasn't in the newsroom when this happened, right? And I come back and about an hour after into the coverage, and the coverage on air from everything we did with the talented anchor team and reporters out there was compassionate, aggressive, and restrained in reporting accurate information. So thank you so much.
And now, please welcome the chairman and CEO of the Television Academy, Bruce Rosenblum.
Hello, everybody. It is so much fun to see all of you back here at our North Hollywood campus and to be able to welcome all of you, most of you for your first time, to our brand new Wolf Theater. Needless to say, we are very, very proud of this new theater, and we look forward to many, many years of exciting Los Angeles area Emmy Awards ceremonies in this new Saban Media Center. On a personal note, this is my 5th and final year as chair of our academy. Tonight is one of the events that I genuinely look forward to each year. I was born in Los Angeles. I've lived here my entire life. I worked at Farmers Market as a kid, long before anybody knew what the Grove was. There was the Pan Pacific Theater, there was Gilmore Field, there was Beverly Park Kiddie Rides, and there was Ponyland. And along that ride, I've always been a local news junkie. I grew up with Hal Fishman, Jerry Dunphy, Stu Nahan, Pat Harvey, who's here, and of course, Stephanie Edwards. I truly love what you all do for all of us here in Los Angeles. And one of the really fun perks of my role here at the Academy is getting to participate as we honor your remarkable creativity and the creativity of all of your colleagues. Every year, the Los Angeles area Emmys covers an amazing amount of ground, not just news, crime, and social issues, but the arts, sports, children, and youth programming, medical news, and much, much more. And it's been quite a year. In the newsroom, you reported on what it's like to be homeless or transgender in LA, or a victim of domestic abuse. You put a spotlight on illegal street racing, talent agency scams, and our devastating drought. And let's not forget the local sports stories that become national headlines, like the San Bernardino shootings. But you don't just cover news happening here, you also bring world events like those happening in Berlin or France, Turkey, China, into our living rooms and show us how to look at them through the prism of living in the Southland. Your investigative reporting took on issues as diverse as City Hall, the safety of our kids' sports fields, jailhouse snitches, child abuse in the foster care system, and even the LA Unified School District renting out schools for racy film shoots. In sports, you covered Kobe's final season for the Lakers, the return of the Rams to Los Angeles, yay, and LA's enduring relationship with the Dodgers. And speaking of sports, this is my annual and last request to all of you that you expand your coverage of USC football and ignore that public school over in Westwood that wears powder blue and gold. I don't get to do that anymore. You've told the stories of our community in the most compelling, entertaining, and creative ways, and that is why you are all in this room tonight. Your work and your creativity is outstanding. That's the very definition of an Emmy nomination. So on behalf of our Board of Governors, I want to congratulate all of this year's nominees. On behalf of the Television Academy, I want to thank you for being the best at what you do for Los Angeles. And on a personal note, I want to thank you for making this news junkie very, very happy every morning and every evening. I love watching what you do. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
To present this year's Governor's Award, please welcome Emmy winner and entertainment reporter for KTLA, Sam Rubin.
Good evening, and thanks to Bruce for his remarks. What a beautiful venue this is. You know, we're all here because in one way or another, we want to connect with our audiences, but it's not enough to reach them. We really want to touch them. And the vital difference, the distinction between being seen and actually felt is what has made Stephanie Edwards for a very long time so very successful. I was first hired by KTLA in 1991, and my first contract was for 13 weeks. And my dad said to me, 13 weeks? What kind of job is that? And now, of course, I'm in the middle of my 100th 13th week cycle on Channel 5. But well, I wish they would do like 26 weeks or something. It's nothing, of course, compared to what Stephanie has done on radio and television and film, a body of work that extends for 5 decades. But Stephanie's real achievement is her ability to connect. Viewers don't watch her, they feel her. And as I've come to learn, they love her. Tonight, it's my honor to introduce Stephanie Edwards as the TV Academy's LA Governor's Award recipient, as a fan, a colleague, and a friend. First as a fan, born and raised here and on local television, I've watched Stephanie on almost every channel in Los Angeles: KNXT, KNBC, KTLA, KABC, KHJ, KTTV, and when it, mattered, KCOP. Though she is legendary for 35 years of Rose Parade coverage on Channel 5, she actually did her first Rose Parade with Ralph Story on Channel 13. Stephanie's relatable interview style, work ethic, and the eyes that sparkle when she smiles made her coveted and hireable around town. Though in her humility, Stephanie would often tell you that all her journeys to all the stations showed that she was not only hireable, but, well, fireable too. And we all know, what that's like. As a colleague, it was my pleasure to co-host a real dream come true season of a show you all remember and revere, Live with Sam and Stephanie. And just as with Ralph Story on AM Los Angeles, Leave It to the Women, and the national show Every Day, for which she was nominated for a Daytime Emmy, there was not a single day when Stephanie wasn't fully prepared and completely charming on air and off air. And the way she interacted with me, the guests we had, our crew, made everyone, Stephanie, you'll remember, we had, I think, 2 or 3 couples get married from that show, people who worked on the show, a very warm environment. People felt included and welcomed and as part of a real team. Among the highlights of our show, a first ever TV segment on the then brand new drug called Viagra. Oddly enough, the popularity of the prescription seemingly dwarfed the popularity of our show, but nonetheless. Finally, as a friend, I admire Stephanie's pluck and her amazing commitment to both faith and charity. She is truly funny, and quick wit is the harder of funny to realize. Commentary that always gets a laugh, but not really at anyone else's expense. Whether she's supporting me or her colleagues, encouraging us, or even kindly challenging us, I know she's on our side. It's a rare and invaluable gift in this business. Stephanie Edwards' magic is her charm, her strength, and the way she, weathers the inevitable storms of life and TV. Sometimes, that's nice, literally, with an empathy that belies experience. Stephanie isn't as much nice as she is kind. Now, it is impossible to encapsulate Stephanie's body of work into just a little vignette package, but we have some video here to give you an idea of the breadth and depth of her work and a peek into who she is and how many lives all over this area and all over this country that she's touched. Watch this. Everybody knows Stephanie Edwards has been co-hosting the national broadcast of the Rose Parade for more than 3 decades on KTLA.
Happy 1982, everybody. I'm Stephanie Edwards.
And I'm Bob Eubanks.
Our 35th and final Rose Parade, and what a great way to say farewell to all of you.
Hi, Mac. Oh, well, seeing it you. We're such old friends. No charge.
And even before the parade, Stephanie had made her mark on Hollywood.
Was nearly involved with an oil man named Clement, sir.
All right, now hold it all with you, please.
LA natives fondly remember her as the Lucky Lady.
It pays to shop lucky.
She was a favorite on game shows, variety shows, and she appeared on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson 14 times.
Would you recommend just up and moving to the West Coast with the idea of getting in films and becoming discovered?
I wouldn't recommend any young girl come to Hollywood until I'm old, 40 or 50 years old.
I grew up here in Los Angeles. I remember watching Stephanie Edwards with Ralph Story. Ralph Story, a treasure unto the city itself. And then Stephanie, the absolute perfect complement to Ralph Story. She was the first female co-host of the ABC network morning news program that would become Good Morning America.
Stephanie has unprecedented career longevity in this industry, not only because she's whip smart and stunning, but because she's just a really good person who cares a lot about others. She and her husband Murray have been married for 41 years, and they're both very involved with the community.
Pet Orphans was a place that my husband and I think is the best in the world.
Stephanie, you're among a small and mighty group of trailblazers. You also have built a reputation for treating everyone as an important and valued member of the team.
Stephanie taught me to treat everyone I meet here with kindness and grace, but she also taught me to never doubt or let anyone else doubt my talent and my worth in the industry.
Stephanie, it's been an honor to sit next to you all of these years.
It is a real honor and an absolute pleasure to present the Television Academy's Governor's Award to Stephanie Edwards.
Thank you so much. You know, I must say, this is a great way to retire. It's a great way to retire. And I've had to struggle with that the last couple of weeks, having known about this now coming. I'm thinking of Garrison Keillor, who recently also announced his retirement, at least from some of the things he does. We were both kind of from the Lake Wobegon area of the world. And he said when he was given one of his accolades recently, you know, I've never been a fan of awards, at least not until very recently. I feel that. People who come from Lake Wobegon love awards, but they believe they should apologize for accepting them. And that's where I stand. It has been a remarkable trip that I had forgotten some parts of, but to have been in the same market, which happened to be Los Angeles, from the first day I went on television until this last Rose Parade, is such a blessing. I still cannot believe it. I must say, in addition to what you've already heard about Ralph Story, whom I think of every day, that I was allowed, because he decided his secretary should talk for a living, I was allowed to learn at the elbow of a master, Ralph Story, what it is to put stories together, how to visit with people, and how to celebrate people who are sometimes not noticed. He was a remarkable man who wrote brilliantly and edited on the fly. There are few like him. Sam Rubin does come to mind, in that he is not only one of the people who's made me laugh harder more times than anyone else in the world, but like Ralph, he has a great deal of brain power that he never uses. When we were on the air together for those short months, and of course he was taking a chance, he already was beautifully employed, he decided that maybe we could make a May-December, a mother-son kind of arrangement work. Well, he was wrong. And so we struggled for those months. But in the meantime, I became 20 years younger because of working with Sam. There's nobody like him. And he has had to introduce me a number of times since January at events like this. I am releasing him from that obligation tonight, and I'll never forget him for it. There are people to thank at Channel 5 for, of course, these 3 decades of work. Bob Eubanks said, let's keep her. I owe him that gratitude. People who have been through a lot with us on that parade. It doesn't flow as easily as it might look. Joe Quasarano, who produced us for a long time until he finally released himself, has now turned that over to Jenny O'Hagan. For the last 2 years, she has executive produced us, and she is one of those people in this business who can be both the good cop and the bad cop at the same time. She is much younger than I am, but has been a mentor these last couple of years, and I'm very grateful. I'm grateful to all of you. I thank you, everyone who said, let's give this award to Stephanie for the most remarkable career belonging to a woman who is not at all competitive, but who just got lucky and was very blessed. God bless us all. Thank you.
He's the host and executive producer of Buried History with Mark Wahlberg. Please welcome Mark Wahlberg.
Thank you very much. I'm so glad to be here. And those of you who heard that Mark Wahlberg was presenting and you're a little disappointed, I'm the only one you're getting in North Hollywood today, so get over it. In a city where we all bring something different, it's important to recognize what brings us together. One pastime that has the power to unite a community is sports. And LA has some of the best crews covering the finest teams in the country. In fact, in some of the teams, we'd rather the crews play. Okay, maybe not. It's just a comment. The next Emmy is for Outstanding Sports Series Live. Here are the nominees.
Sports Series Programming, live broadcast. Lead Off LA, Time Warner Cable Sportsnet LA. Kings Live, Fox Sports West.
And the Emmy goes to Lead Off LA.
I'd like to accept this tonight for all the people who couldn't be here because they're busy right now producing Dodger Baseball on Sportsnet LA. Our amazing talent group, John, Alana, Kelly, Oral, Nomar, Jerry, Ned, our Dodgers game crew, Mike Levy, producer, Dustin Denty, our great director, our studio operations team, led by our director, Manny Lujan, and my amazing studio content team, led by our senior producer, Stu Mitchell. They're all back at the studio doing the post-game show. Dodgers beat the Cardinals tonight, so that's good. A lot of Dodger wins tonight. This is for all of them. Thank you.
And now the Emmy for Outstanding Sports Series, post-produced. Take a look at the nominees.
Sports Series Programming, post-produced. Ducks Weekly, Prime Ticket. Sports Shrines of LA, Time Warner Cable Sportsnet.
And the Emmy goes to Sports Shrines of LA. Congratulations.
This started as a passion project. It was started as a short feature and turned into a 6-part series. Want to thank everyone at Time Warner Cable Sports back in El Segundo. This award goes to the hundreds of people who work with us, especially Mark Shukin and Larry Myers, who greenlit the project. Also Ollie, Eric, TJ, a lot of people at Latitude who worked many tireless hours to make this happen. And also thank you to Dodger Stadium, LA Coliseum, Staples Center, the Forum, Rose Bowl, and StubHub Center. We're lucky to have such amazing sports venues. Thanks for helping us tell the story.
Between them, they have 75 Emmy nominations, 30 Emmys, and 4 Lifetime Achievement Awards. Please welcome 2 of LA's most respected journalists, Pat Harvey and David Goldstein.
And hey, we also have to acknowledge Pat, last year's Governor's Award winner.
Oh, thank you, Brother David. And congratulations to Stephanie Edwards. Just seeing her backstage. Besides Stephanie, you were the other person that I met when I moved here 27 years ago.
27 years ago,
and
we
David
worked
and I have
together.
been together ever since. So
First time we presented together.
it is.
27
Isn't that something?
years.
I'm filling in for Dorothy, your beautiful wife.
Hey,
my
all right.
sister. Love you, Dorothy.
There she goes. All right, where are we going with the prompter? You got to go back.
You roll past David's.
That's
because
called
we're the young ones, so we get a chance to tell you what to do. Okay.
Here we go. The most effective and impactful way to better our future is through our children, and to allow them to prosper, we must equip them with the knowledge and opportunities to bring about positive social change.
That's right. This Emmy is for Outstanding Children and Youth Programming, and each of our nominees showcases a program that gives LA youth a chance to seek out and develop their talents. Take a look.
Children Youth Programming. Music Matters, LA Kids and Their Music, LA City View 35.
I've always learned to just push ahead and do whatever I can in my life. And if I can make it work playing in a wheelchair, I'm gonna play this concert in a wheelchair.
The 49th Annual California Student Media Festival, PBS SoCal.
I learned that after making my new film, it's much more impactful and rewarding when people say they felt something when watching your film, because it means that your message came through and the film worked.
And the Emmy goes to Music Matters. LA Kids and their music.
Thank you. I'm going to have some of my teachers and other people come down and join us. I'd like to thank the Academy. I'd like to thank Ted Lynn and everyone at CityView Channel 35. The producers, Alex Mabane, Steve Rimlinger, and my son, Tyler Newman. I'd like to thank my wife, Susie. And finally, I'd like to thank all the wonderful and dedicated music teachers, parents, and students whose passion for the arts and a well-rounded education help keep music alive and thriving in our public schools. Thank you.
Congratulations. Want to change sides? Okay.
Yeah, we'll change sides.
Home to the most acclaimed award shows, film, TV, and music industries, sports teams, and fashion, LA is undeniably the world capital of the entertainment industry.
So if there is anything we need to get right, of course it's entertainment programming. Thankfully, we do it here, are the nominees.
Entertainment programming. NX Soundstage, CBS 2, KCAL 9.
Hi, I'm Erica Olson, and we're at the Lexus NX Soundstage in downtown Los Angeles. Tonight is about what's next in music, from emerging artists to the best new albums of 2015.
Parade Countdown, KTLA 5.
Good morning and Happy New Year from Pasadena, California. I'm Frank Buckley. You are with us here in Pasadena for Parade Countdown as we get ready for the 126th Rose Parade.
Variety Studio, Actors on Actors, Film Actors, PBS SoCal.
And I'm always looking for that in my characters. What's the bizarre psychological leap they make based on some trauma?
Right.
And the Emmy goes to Variety Studio, Actors on Actors, Film Actors.
Congratulations.
Thank you. On behalf of PBS SoCal and our wonderful, wonderful partners at Variety, thank you so much for this honor. Thank you also to the talented teams at Lodger Films and Newburst Productions for your hard work and creativity. Thank you also to our viewers who support arts and entertainment programming on PBS. Our goal with this program was to bring you an inside look at some of the biggest films of the last year through intimate conversations with today's celebrated actors. And we're so thrilled that our program about the craft and business of acting was recognized tonight. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
She's from Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates, Silicon Valley, and Blunt Talk. Please welcome actress and comedian, Mary Holland.
Hello. I'm very happy to be here tonight to present 3 Emmy Awards. The first is for our Outstanding Information segment, which is awesome because I love watching info segments on TV. I have so many pairs of Snuggies. I just like in every color. Yeah, and I got them, get this, for 3 easy payments of $19.99. Can you believe that? Easy payments, not tricky. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of infomercials. And they don't have Emmys for those? No, well, they should, right? Okay, but this Emmy is for Outstanding Information Segment. Got it. Okay, so here are the nominees.
Information segment. California's water supply on shaky grounds. KCET.
Rudy believes earthquake fears are overblown and deliberately being used to trick Californians into supporting the construction of 2 large tunnels. Among residents in the Delta, it's not a very popular idea.
Craning up. LA City View 35.
Welcome to another edition of Latitude, the latest in business and trade news from the Port of Los Angeles.
In this edition, you will ride along on a heavy load ship as it delivers 2 massive cranes to the West Basin Container Terminal at dawn.
Crisis training for Ventura cops, going beyond the call of duty. KCET.
Detective James Espinoza is a police officer in Ventura County. Today, he's checking on a homeless man he's seen on the streets before.
Okay, you're not drinking out here though today, sir?
Drawing power of Burbank, the Burbank Channel.
The Warner Brothers Studio Tour delivers a real behind-the-scenes look at Hollywood with 10 backlots and 30 sound stages on 110 acres. No 2 experiences are ever the same.
All right. And the Emmy goes to Drawing Power of Burbank, State of the City 2015.
Thought the Academy made a mistake when they put the government channel in the second row, but I guess it wasn't. Government doing okay. LA County, congratulations. WeHo, way to go. We're showing that that government TV does not have to be boring. I think that we can all come together and tell stories. And so, as the technology changes, now we can see anybody can put together a newscast on one of these. And what's exciting for me tonight is to see all the great talent in here. I want to challenge all the news managers, even though anyone can do news, give these reporters here a chance to tell great stories because you're all doing a great job. It's fun to see. Thank you.
This next Emmy is for Outstanding Informational Series, More Than 50% Remote, the Emmy for those who travel far and wide to bring the news back home. Here are the nominees.
Informational Series, More Than 50% Remote. On the Move, GTV6. SoCal Connected, KCET.
And the Emmy goes to SoCal Connected.
This is, of course, the most important award for our team and for our station and for me and for our relatively new CEO, Michael Riley. And of course, you know, we say it all the time, but it's really true. These people behind me are so talented and they're all so unique. They really are. They're each different and they're wonderful. And unfortunately, 3 of them already got incredible jobs at CBS Sunday Morning, and Houston knew live hour-long show. I'm gonna get so frustrated because they're so wonderful. And I just wish they could stay around forever. But we thank you so much, and we're so glad that we're still able to do long-form journalism in Los Angeles. Thank you.
And finally, the Emmy for Outstanding Informational Series, More Than 50% Studio. You know, there's a lot more math involved in these awards than I thought there would be. So that was a surprise to me. Anyway, here are 100% of the nominees.
Informational series, More Than 50% Studio. Between the Lines, KLCS. Enfoque Los Ángeles, KVEA. Studio SoCal, PBS SoCal.
And the Emmy goes to Enfoque Los Angeles.
Well, it's a huge honor to be up here a second time, and it really is a privilege to have the opportunity to talk about a topic for half an hour. In TV news, we always have to do our stories fast, and in this show, we really get to spend more time, which is great. And I'd like to thank my co-producer on the show, Liz Chaboya, Ana Patricia Candiani, one of our hosts, the crew, our general manager, Celia and Ruben, who always support us, and they know how important this show is to the community. So thank you to everybody on our team. Thank you.
We now recognize more of this year's Los Angeles area Emmy winners for outstanding individual achievement. Outstanding Graphics, John Hudson, Time Warner Cable Sportsnet.
It's been a long year, but I just want to thank you. This is a great honor. Especially want to thank you, Mark Shukin, Larry Myers, and Scott Pruitt. This is definitely a reflection on the amazing, talented crew of people that I work with day in, day out. It's all heart and passion. Thank you.
Outstanding Director, Programming, Michael Hassan, Fox Sports West, Prime Ticket.
Thank you for the honor. I want to first thank Steve Simpson, Micah King, Nick Davis for the support, and all my talented camera operators, producers I've worked with over the years. I grew up in a small town, North Vancouver, watching Hockey Night in Canada. For me to direct the Los Angeles Kings hockey games truly is a dream come true. Thank you, and to my 3.5-year-old son, Hudson, I love you, buddy. Thank you.
Outstanding Director, News, Leiser Parada, KVEA.
Well, I would like to dedicate this to my wife and my children, because it's really hard to be married and have a parent that works in news. We know what time we're going in, we don't know what time we're coming out. So thank you to the Academy for this honor, and thank you, everybody.
Outstanding News Feature, Reporting, Peter Dowd, CBS 2, KCAL 9.
Like many of you, I got into this business because I love to tell stories. So I'm deeply humbled to be honored in this category. I'd like to thank some of the incredible people that I've worked with over the past year, including Pete Wilgorn, Gustavo Sampao, and Robert Pastoriza. Also my partner Kirk for his love and support, and my parents for helping me all those years ago, 10 years ago as a matter of fact, move to my first reporting job in El Paso, Texas. Mom and Dad, this is for you. Thank you very much.
Outstanding Hard News Reporting, Joel Grover, reporter, and Matthew Glasser, producer, NBC4.
Thank you, Academy, for telling us a month ago we won this so we didn't have to sit on pins and needles. Most of all, thank you to my amazing producer, Matthew Glasser. who is so ethical and hardworking and dedicated. I am lucky to have you as my teammate. And thank you to our unbelievable management up there, Matt Goldberg, Todd Mukhtari, Steve Carlston, who allow us to do important, in-depth stories and give us all the tools and resources. We have the best jobs in television, better than yours. Thank you.
Outstanding sports reporting. Fred Rogan, NBC. Fred Rogan couldn't be here this evening. We congratulate him and all our outstanding individual achievement winners. Please welcome from Fox Sports West Prime Ticket, Christina Pink, and from KLCS, 5-time Emmy winner Barry Kibrick.
Hello, everyone. Accuracy is the foundation upon which a journalist builds a story. Whether on an international, national, or local level, investigative reporters and the entire team behind them are held to the highest, most exact standards of all.
And reporters aren't simply telling a story. They're constructing a narrative rooted in a truth we may have otherwise overlooked. And now the nominees for Outstanding Investigative Reporting. Take a look.
Investigative reporting. News. The children are dying. KTTV TV.
Children are dying, and former San Bernardino County Children and Family Services social workers say they are desperate to save them. They came to Fox 11 News to blow the whistle on a department they say regularly ignores evidence of abuse.
LA's nuclear secret. NBC4.
Behind this fence, the government has kept a secret. A secret this mother thinks killed her son.
There is no getting over the death of your child.
A secret this woman thinks is killing her sisters.
They don't care if we live or die.
Jailhouse snitches. ABC7.
Moriel, a third strike gang member facing possible life in prison for attempted murder, tells detectives he's willing to snitch on his fellow inmates to help them solve 2 cold case murders. But
I might be able to help you out if my memory can fall back in place.
Turf Terminators and the Mayor. CBS 2 KCAL 9.
The same company that would go on to take in millions of dollars in ratepayer rebates. But how did Turf Terminators get the attention of the mayor?
So tear up that turf, LA.
Is it possible it's because of these campaign contributions?
And the Emmy goes to LA's nuclear secret.
I never get tired of being up here. This was a story that so many powerful interests did not want us to tell. Corporate interests, people in the government, even some religious leaders wanted this kept a secret. But our bosses at Channel 2 said we are going to give you all the time and the resources to uncover this story because this is something we have to tell our viewers about. This story meant a lot to us. Our producer, Matthew Glasser, spent a year going through 20,000 documents. I couldn't have done it. Our EP, Matt Goldberg, supported us. And our great rest of our team, Andres Bruna, Mike Cervantes, and other photographers. It takes a village to do a piece like this. And I'm so grateful to work with these people. And thank you all.
The next category is Outstanding Feature Segment. Here are the nominees.
Feature segment. Hall of Justice, LA County Channel.
We took a row of those jail cells and moved them down into the basement as an exhibit so that you could see the jail cells that where folks like Charlie Manson spent their time when they were at the Hall of Justice.
LA's Poet Laureate, Luis Rodriguez, KCET.
So you spent a lot of time in the library where you could have been out on the street gangbanging,
Yeah,
right?
I think it helped that there was one place where I can go, not be
using drugs, not be shooting people or getting shot at.
Microbeads, a dirty little secret. KCET.
Many of the products I use are filled with plastic. That's right, plastic. For years, I've been washing tiny bits of hard, colorful plastic down the drain without even realizing it.
The Star Apartments, KCET.
You're putting together a group of individuals who are they're not a family or they're not a community by choice necessarily, but in many ways by convenience.
Young Pilots, KCET.
My name is Lauro, I'm 7, and I like playing soccer. I like flying airplanes.
That's right, Lauro Banuelos is 7 years old and flying planes.
And the Emmy goes to The Star Apartments.
I forgot to thank my son, Simon, that is up there last time. Hi, Simon. And my wife, Laura, for all the support that they have given me for all these years. But this story really is about an incredible architect, Michael Malston, trying to figure out how to build transitional homes for homeless people. You know, we've been driving through our streets and we have seen all these encampments becoming bigger and more problematic, and that's at least one of the solutions. I'm glad to be part of it, and I want to thank all the Artbound team, KCT, and the future of public television. Thank you.
Please welcome from PBS SoCal, Rick Reef and Elizabeth Espinosa.
Oh my gosh, how much fun is tonight? It's such a reunion. It's a class reunion. Mi familia, KTLA, right? KFI, PBS, and my husband, Rick Reef. Oh wait, no, your wife is here.
My wife is here, but you're my TV wife.
That's right. Y mi mami está aquí. Un saludo a mi mami. Especial. Hello. I'm with español, ¿no?
Buenas noches.
Okay.
Buenas noches. You know, we just found out we didn't win.
No, we were nominated, but we want to say thank you. And you know what? My mother is here tonight, and she said, you are all winners. And so that's good enough for me. So, but seriously, congratulations to everyone. And it's true, we are all winners.
Thank you. Yes, but I did want to hold the hardware, hear the music, you know, have them push us off at the music.
Did you say
but anyways,
hardware?
But
Okay.
as they say in sports, wait till next year. And speaking of sports, as you know, our media teams cover everything in sports, from the high schools to the pros. This is the Emmy for Outstanding Sports Special. The nominees.
Sports Special. Before the Bigs, J.J. Redick, Prime Ticket.
I looked up at my parents and said, I'm going to play for Duke someday. And I don't know if they thought I was crazy or not, but I really meant that.
Dodgermentary, Welcome to Dodgertown, Time Warner Cable Sportsnet LA.
For more than half a century, this is where generations of dreams were realized and where legends were born. This is where icons worked to perfect their craft.
Live, breathe, blue. Time Warner Cable Sportsnet LA.
Seems like all the stars are aligned. Got our guy on the hill.
This could be the night that the Dodgers clinch.
So, Rick, as you look into the crowd, can you imagine if there was a really big story tonight? Nobody to anchor it, nobody to report it, because we're all here tonight. The Emmy, El Emmy goes to Go Dodgers, Dodgermentary. Welcome to Dodgertown. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'd like to thank Mark Shukin, Larry Myers, Brian DeClue, Time Warner Cable Sportsnet for providing an unbelievably supportive environment, Brett Rapkin at Podium Pictures and his talented team for putting this film together, all of our hardworking PAs in the OP department for supporting Brett, everybody at the Dodgers, Historic Dodger Town, and Larry King and Vin Scully for lending their voice. Thank you very much.
Okay, it is said that the politics are best live. I'm kidding, it's sports. Sports are live and best. And this year, nominees for Outstanding Live Sports Coverage are a testament to this. So please take a look at tonight's nominees.
Live sports coverage. Dodgers opening day. Time Warner Cable Sportsnet LA. Lakers versus Celtics. Time Warner Cable Sportsnet.
And the Emmy goes to Dodgers opening day.
Thank you guys. Thank you to all of our great friends at the Dodgers, Lon, Tucker, Eric. Thanks not only to our great leadership at Time Warner Cable Sports, but to all my friends and colleagues there, Row D, E, F, all the unsung heroes. In that group right there, you know who you are. Thanks to the great team that I have led by Bonnie Wilson. And most importantly, in the last 9 seconds, thank you to the greatest broadcaster that ever lived, Vin Scully. I have 5 seconds to say that he was absolutely the most incredible person I've ever worked with, and we're so lucky to have him in this city. Thank you.
He's the winner of a Lifetime Achievement Daytime Emmy Award, and we watched him for 25 years on CNN's Larry King Live. Please welcome the one and only Larry King.
By the way, I was proud to narrate that Dodger Town special with Time Warner. I had a great time doing it. I'm so happy it won. You know, I've loved living and working in Los Angeles for over 20 years. I moved here to cover the OJ trial. I absolutely fell in love with this city, found another wife. Hey, the easy come, easy go. By the way, as an aside, I'm much older than my wife. We have 2 young children at home, and I am much older. When people see us together, I always know what they're thinking. You know, they look at me, they look at her, they look at me, they look at her, and I always say the same thing. If she dies, she dies. I worked at the CNN LA Bureau for all those years. I love CNN, don't get me wrong, but I get my news from you all. I'm a news junkie, it's true. LA local news is part of my morning, my afternoon, and my night. I don't get out much. But it's always on at the house. I might be in the yard, the kitchen, laying in bed. What I'm saying is I have a TV in every room, and the news is always on. Certainly, if nothing, I'm extremely informed. And I'm thrilled to inform you because I'm here to present the final 3 awards of the night. Woo, it's final. To those who dedicate their time and effort to produce those excellent newscasts. The first Emmy category is for Outstanding Regularly Scheduled Daily Morning Newscast. As most of us roll out of bed, you've been at work for hours. Take a look.
Regularly scheduled daily morning newscast, 4 a.m. to 11 a.m. A primera hora, KMEX. CBS 2 News This Morning at 5 a.m. CBS 2. Good Day LA, KTTV TV. KTLA 5 Morning News at 6 a.m. KTLA 5. NBC4 Today in LA, NBC4. Telemundo Noticiero 52 a las 6 a.m. KDEA.
And there are 2 Emmys in this category. The first Emmy goes to KTLA 5 Morning News at 6 a.m.
we're elated. That is such good company to be in. We're really excited. Chris Schabel, Megan Henderson, Henry DiCarlo, and Ginger Chan start that show at 4 in the morning every single day. Crew works all night. I'm lucky to pop in right at 6. Nicholas Harrier is the man who produces that show almost every morning. We have a team we reference that we call the Angry News Writers. Well, they will not be angry now. We really appreciate people watching as they do in such large numbers, and we really appreciate this. Thank you.
Remember, the next Emmy, same category, for outstanding news, morning news. The second Emmy goes to Telemundo Noticiero 52 a las 6 a.m.
Wow. Huge honor. 3 years ago, this newscast was 1 hour long, and it was one anchor, and it was basically the Dunia show. So I definitely like to thank Telemundo, NBC Universal, for the grand investment that they've done in this program. And to egg, yes, just as you said, and if you're Spanish speaking, you know what that means. And Celia, Ruben, thank you so much for believing in this team. And I definitely want to say thank you so much for never thinking of our newscast as not being up to par as the rest of the primetime shows. They've always been looked at the same level and with the same importance. And I think that's where it's got us to where we are today. And with this Emmy, thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Can I get a picture with you? Take a picture, come on.
These Spanish people, they drive you nuts.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hasta luego. The next Emmy is for Outstanding Regularly Scheduled Daily Daytime Newscast. Here are the nominees.
Regularly scheduled daily daytime newscast, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. CBS 2 News at 11 a.m., CBS 2. KCAL 9 News at 4 p.m., KCAL 9. KTLA 5 News at 1, KTLA 5. NBC 4 News at 5 p.m., NBC 4. Noticias 34 a las 6, KMEX. Telemundo Noticiero 52 a las 5:30 p.m., KVEA. Studio 11 LA, KTTV TV.
And the Emmy goes to KCAL 9 News at 4 p.m., KCAL News.
Thank you, everybody. I'm so sorry that the people that do the most work behind the scenes, my producer, Courtney Ellinger, our associate producer, Otis Easter, our amazing talent, Lena Wynn and Juan Fernandez, are not able to be here tonight. They truly do the bulk of the work, but I'm so blessed to work with such an awesome team. Thank you so much.
And finally, hey, it was not bad, 2 hours, 10 minutes. To close out the evening, the final Emmy is for Outstanding Regularly Scheduled Daily Evening Newscast. This is the biggie, and here are the nominees.
Regularly scheduled daily evening newscast, 7 p.m. to 12 a.m. CBS 2 News at 11 p.m., CBS 2. Fox 11 10 o'clock news, KTTV TV. KCAL 9 News at 10 p.m., KCAL 9. KTLA 5 News at 10 p.m., KTLA 5. NBC 4 News at 11 p.m., NBC 4. Noticias 34 a las 11, KMEX. Telemundo Noticiero 52 a las 11 p.m., KBEA.
And the last Emmy of the night goes to NBC 4 News at 11.
Tripping over a dress. Thank you so much. Thank you for this. This is a great honor. Freva's producer of that show that night. One of the things that makes that newscast so great is that we have people who are veterans who know what they're doing and want to do it and have the passion to win. Robert, Beverly White, who's up there, Fritz, the anchor team. She's right, oh, there you are, hiding right behind me. Anyway, it just makes a great team. Our executive producer, Marina Perlman, and they just know what they're doing, and they get it done every night. So thank you.
Hey, congratulations to all our Emmy winners and to all our nominees. The bar is now open. Arrivederci.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our 68th LA Area Emmy Awards presentation. Please join us in the plaza for the post-reception.